standing behind 3 electoral reform bills due to be passed in Parliament. In news from the region, leader of Grenada's new National Party calls for investigation following a leaked video of a sitting of Parliament. And on the international scene, the U.S. President Donald Trump calls on Israel to end the ceasefire with Hamas if all hostages are not released by Saturday. Well, good morning. I'm Gavin Richards with the DBS Major Morning News. The details right after this.
Transform your meals with the superb quality that is found in Robert's products. Become a master baker with Velvocrete shortening. Add a touch of love to your food with Sunflower Soft Luxury Spread. Perfect your bread with Glow Spread Margarine. Add mellow cream, that tastemaker flavor to all your gravies, soups, and stews. Robert's, for the love of cooking. Distributed by Fine Foods, the biggest distributor of the biggest brands found in Dominica.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank, 420 pound propane tank, 100 pound LPG cylinder, Petro Caribe, 20 pound fiberglass cylinder, Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
DBS News.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. First up in the news this morning, Minister for National Security Reuben Blackmore is standing behind 3 electoral reform bills due to be passed in Parliament. But Mr. Blackmore says the response of the United Workers' Party to the electoral reform bills is troubling.
They ask for, 1, the cleansing of the list. But that has been done by way of a proposed process of confirmation, which of course your name is already on the list because you would have met the qualification to have gotten your name on the voters list in the first place. You are alive. That you're being asked, therefore, if we want your name to remain on the voters list, to present yourself to do so, and if you fail to do so, your name shall be deleted and it shall not appear on the new list since once the proposed amendment has been effected into law. They don't want that. They ask for a voter ID card. Notwithstanding the fact there was a poll done, and the poll showed that most Dominicans were interested in 1, the national ID card, or maybe a driver's license, a passport to vote. So Byron recommended a national ID card. That notwithstanding, it has been proposed to have a specific voter ID card with facial recognition and other appropriate security features. They want to insist on fingerprints among other biometrics. Are they really serious?
And that was Minister for National Security Reuben Blackmore. Mr. Blackmore says access to the media has been given attention in the new electoral reform bill.
They ask for access to the media. The government of Dominica controls GIS and DBS radio. That has been provided in one of the proposed measures, where independent candidates on all political parties will have equal access during an election campaign. They're now insisting on all media houses, including privately owned media houses. Are they already serious? So what we are seeing there is a blatant and in-your-face attack and assault on people's rights. 1, for the name to remain on the list. 2, to be allowed due process in order to confirm the names on your list, or they can decide, I'm no longer interested in having my name remain on your list, and it shall be deleted. It's a position by the Workers' Party that is not grounded and anchored in any form of reason, but instead is a predicate for violence and acrimony in the country. And to me, this is one of the biggest threats facing this country. And it has created a state of confusion among the minds of Dominican. What is getting lost in the process is the cost of living. What is getting lost in the process? People, young people who have been to university, graduated, who want jobs. And the continued emphasis that needs to be placed on housing, among other things. These are the core fundamental issues that we need to elevate the lives of people.
Minister for National Security, Rayburn Blackmore. In some more news this morning, 60 individuals are set to receive the National Vocational Qualifications Award of Dominica this month. This forms part of the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Certification Program on Island. Well, Paula Serafin is the Executive Director of the Dominica TVET Council.
There are many opportunities available through TVET. So let's talk about certification, for example. So far, we have awarded 60 NVQD, which is the National Vocational Qualifications of Dominica, and that was in August of 2024. We have registered another 60 individuals to receive the National Vocational Qualifications Award of Dominica sometime this month. And so during 2019 to about 2022, it must be noted that 600 or so young persons in Dominica received training in various industry areas. And many of them would have come from the Adult Education Call Center in Portsmouth, the Youth Division, YSBT, and other training institutions. Moreover, we needed to ensure as a Dominica TVET Council that training institutions are also certified to deliver training programs that are NVQ-led. And we want for our learners, candidates, our youth to receive certification that carries a level of weight like the NVQ or the CVQ, which is the Caribbean Vocational Qualifications.
And that was Executive Director of the Dominica TVET Council, Paula Serafin. Acting Prime Minister Dr. Irvin McIntyre says the cable car in the Roseau Valley will begin operation in 2026. Well, Dr. McIntyre, the parliamentary representative for the Roseau Valley, says the cable car will be a game changer for the tourism sector.
Well, hopefully in the next year, we should see the cable car being completed. Give or take here and there, maybe a month or two might be little delays. Obviously, depending on the weather, because the weather patterns play a big part in how we can continue the program. Within a year, basically, we should see the completion of our cable car. This is going to be a really major changer in our whole economic. Because you get all the cruise ships coming, but a lot of the cruise ship visitors, they would not be able to have or to get to the boiling lake. With the cable car, the opportunity to get to the boiling lake, it's available, it's accessible to them because of the cable car. In a short period of, let's say within 15-20 minutes, you can be at the boiling lake site. So you can imagine all 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 crews coming in, they can get to the boiling lake. So all that is just the money going to stay within our country. The money will stay not just in the Roseau Valley. It's really just the multiple effects of things that can come from our cable car. We're really looking forward to it, our local tour guides, because you don't just go up to the boiling lake on the cable car and come back down. You can go up on the cable car and you can choose to hike back down, or you can hike up and then choose to come down on the cable car. There will be many restaurants along the way, so the tour guides, the vendors, the restaurant owners, it's just the multiple effect of the economy, and then we're really excited about that.
And that was Acting Prime Minister Dr. Irvin McIntyre. Residents of Sam's Gutter in Marigot have been given the reassurance that work will begin as soon as possible to address the road conditions in the area. Well, villagers embarked on protest action for about 1 hour by blocking off a section of the road yesterday. Parliamentary representative for the Marigot constituency, Anthony Charles, says the matter has been resolved.
What took place at a specific area in Marigot called Sam's Gutter? It had a few potholes, which the CR5, the Chinese company, They did not patch it. They put some dry mix, which is a tarish basically, and it was causing some dust, which the road was not being wet frequently enough for the residents in that area, which is heavily populated with residents. So a few concerned citizens in Sam Quarter, they under the protest action for about an hour. They blocked the road to get the attention of the supervisors and the people in charge for CR5, which the director of MMCE, one of the director, Carl Murad, came and they rectified the situation with the residents, which are going to immediately fix the matter. Before I left, the road was wet a few times because of the dust, and they're going to concrete or asphalt, I think, before the end of the day. So they exchange numbers with the correspondent for that area, and they're going to rectify that situation as soon as possible, with immediate effect. That started since when the international airport started, and they started mining the quarry at Pigwa. So they are doing some transportation of some materials, and obviously we know the road will get damaged, but the repairs are being a bit tardy. They're not done frequently. So the residents are getting the effect of all the dust and the potholes. Unfortunately, it had to come to that, but they'll resolve the matter and they'll try and do it more urgently and solve the present situation at hand.
And that's the parliamentary representative for the Marigot constituency, Anthony Charles. An initiative aimed at empowering students with sustainable agricultural solutions will be rolled out at 2 secondary schools in the east of the island. A regional project coordinator of the Amplifying Rural and Indigenous Youth Voices for Climate Justice in the Caribbean Project, Ferdinand Valmont, says the Northeast Comprehensive Secondary School and the Castlebrook Secondary School will receive agricultural equipment under the project.
Our overall goal is to really bring sustainable solutions directly into schools, providing students with not just knowledge but also hands-on experience they can interact with. By offering tools like the irrigation systems, which will be handed over to the Northeast Comprehensive School on February 18, 2025, and the Castlebrook Secondary School on the 19th of February 2025, it will basically give students practical experience on water conservation, sustainable farming, and resource management. Our aim by handing over these equipment will be to inspire the next generation of environmental leaders who will carry forward the knowledge and solutions they gain. The project as a whole seeks to increase students or young people's understanding of climate justice, environmental challenges, human rights, and reparation. And it also emphasizes the importance of intergenerational knowledge sharing, empowering youth to become advocates for their communities, and which will be our target audience, the Kalinago territory.
And that's the Regional Project Coordinator of the Amplifying Rural and Indigenous Youth Voices for Climate Justice in the Caribbean Project, Ferdinand Valmont. And in news from the region this morning, political leader of the New National Party, NNP, of Grenada is of the view that the privacy of a member of parliament on the opposition side was violated during the recent sitting and wants the House Speaker, Leo Keto, to investigate. Well, a video was disseminated on social media platforms showing MP Kate Lewis-Peters scrolling on her personal cell phone with the caption claiming she was shopping on a popular site. The video became a trending topic, with some describing the action as a violation of House rules. The rules of Parliament mandate that only people who have received permission from the Speaker can use electronic devices in the chamber while there is a sit-in. Well, the NNP leader said that she will be making an official request to the House Speaker so that an investigation will be carried out and the culprit will be banned from attending sit-ins. And on the international scene, the U.S. President Donald Trump has said if Hamas does not release all remaining hostages from Gaza by midday on Saturday, that Israel should cancel the ceasefire and, quote-unquote, let all hell break out. Well, on Monday, Hamas said it will delay the release of Israeli hostages until further notice, accusing Israel of breaching the Gaza ceasefire agreement. Israel called the move a complete violation of the ceasefire deal, which began last month, and said its military was preparing at the highest level of alert for any possible scenario in Gaza. Meantime, President Trump says he may withhold aid to Jordan and Egypt if they do not cooperate with his plan to take control of Gaza and resettle the population in the two countries. Well, that's the news. Let's recap the headlines. Minister for National Security Reuben Blackmore is standing behind 3 electoral reform bills due to be passed in Parliament. A leader of Grenada's new national party calls for investigation following a leaked video of a sitting of parliament. And the U.S. President Donald Trump calls on Israel to end the ceasefire with Hamas if all hostages are not released by Saturday. That's the news. Stay tuned for sports.
The range of King juices are 100% natural with no added sugar. King offers a range of refreshing juices which are enriched with vitamin C and no added preservatives. Delight yourself in one of King's nectars or treat your little ones with a Kinita box drink at a refreshingly low price today. Keen, the juice in our lives. Sold at major supermarkets island-wide. Distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth. Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
Just Mobank me. It's that easy.
The faster, easier way to bank.
NBD makes it easy to bank online, anywhere, at any time with Mobanking. The faster, easier way to bank.
The faster, easier way.
So transfer funds on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way.
To pay your bills with Mobanking.
The faster, easier way.
So order checks on Mobanking.
The faster, easier
Pay employees on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way to bank.
Log on or sign up for Mobanking to bank online, anywhere, at any time. Visit nbdominica.com for more details and follow us on Facebook and YouTube.
So how should I pay you?
Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
The faster, easier way to bank.
NBD.
Your partner, your bank.
Well, welcome to the morning sports report. Let's bowl off with cricket news as it's been a tough start for the national women's cricket team in the ongoing Windward Islands Women's 50 Overs tournament happening right here in Dominica. Well, the national women's cricket team suffered their second defeat on Monday, going down to Grenada. But joining us live on the line this morning is the head coach of the national women's cricket team, Sam Kernan. Sam, good morning. Welcome to the DBS Morning Sports Report.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Gavin. Good morning, Dominica.
All right, Sam. So it's been a very tough start for the women's team, 2 defeats. But how would you assess the performances so far?
Looking back over the years, this year I think that we have the best team. since 2013. Looking back, I thought we played a very good game against St. Vincent. We lost the last over with 1 ball to go. And looking at the performances, I thought we had well, to me, our batting is quite good. The batting is quite good. Yesterday, for some reason, the girls never turned up at the park. We only made 34 yesterday, and we got 5 wickets from Grenada. So it's been a tough start, but I am still positive. I still believe in the girls. I believe that tomorrow we're over in Grand Bay, and I think we're going to do well against St. Lucia. St. Lucia hasn't really won a game. They're just like us. So I think we'll be okay. We'll be okay. But I'm also looking forward to the 2020 version of the tournament, which is coming up.
All right, Sam, in terms of the mood in the camp, because you know how defeats, can bring, sort of negative, feelings into the camp. What are the spirits like with the ladies?
Well, the girls they're still upbeat. I myself, I'm still upbeat as well. It's a process. Winning is a process. And as well as losing can become a bad habit. But I'm still positive. The girls are positive. We are looking at the little details that are making us fall short.
All right. Nonetheless, Sam, despite the tough start, there's still some bright spots to look at. For example, Amia Gilbert still performing very well with the ball.
Yeah, with the ball and with the bat. At the moment, when it comes to the batting, Dominica is first and third in the whole tournament. It's just that we're not getting the W's. Our captain, Pearl, she hasn't really turned up as yet, but we know Pearl. Pearl will turn up eventually, and she will turn up in the big matches. Mm-hmm. So I'm quite confident still, because the 50-over version, it's number 1 we play number 4, number 2 we play number 3, and that goes into the T20 version. And there's also a final. So we can still reach the finals. We can still reach the finals in that tournament.
All right. Well, Sam, let's hope that, the fortunes can turn for Dominica. Like you said, we'll be playing St. Lucia tomorrow in Grand Bay. It's going to be your first game in Grand Bay after, training at the Benjamin's Park and whatnot. In terms of the change in venue, changing conditions, how do you think the girls will probably handle that?
Well, it's cricket. Wherever we go, we need to play. But I think that we will do well in Grand Bay. I mean, a change of venue sometimes is a change of fortune. So we have to look on the bright parts, the positive parts. And yeah, from tomorrow, I think we will turn up tomorrow and we'll end up in the finals.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Sam, for joining us this morning, and all the best in the rest of the tournament.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Sam Kernon, head coach of the women's national cricket team. Of course, in some other results, yesterday, like we told you yesterday, Dominica went down to Grenada by 6 wickets. But in the other match, the defending champion St. Lucia, they suffered their second straight defeat as they went down to St. Vincent. That match was reduced to 20 overs aside due to rain at the Geneva playing field. And the St. Lucia batted first. They were bowled out for 78 with Christia Smith top scorer in 31. Aries Hooper took 3 for 10, Janila Glasgow 2 for 7, and Tracy Byron 2 for 14 for St. Vincent. And then the Vincentians got 79 for 7 in reply to win by 3 wickets. The tournament will continue tomorrow. Dominica plays St. Lucia at the Geneva playing field, and Grenada plays St. Vincent at the Benjamin's Park. Well, we're staying with cricket news because the Windward Islands Volcanoes batsman Kavem Hodge is confident that the team can rebound from their slow start in the CWI Regional 40 tournament and get a good result against the combined campuses and colleges. Well, the two teams will meet in the third round of the CWI 40 tournament in Dominica starting tomorrow at Windsor Park. The Windwards are coming off 2 defeats to start off their campaign. Well, Kavem Hodge is hoping that the Windwards can capitalize on the home conditions.
Yeah, it's always great to be home. I think the last time we played a first-class game in Dominica was a few years ago, probably I think 5 years ago or something like that. So it's always good to be on home territory. So we're looking forward to put on a show for the Dominican people.
All right, and I'm sure the people will be looking for the Volcanoes, to turn their fortunes around. Maybe this could be the breeding ground of some good results for the Volcanoes moving forward. What's the mindset of the guys heading into this game?
Look, I think we're optimistic. We have a good bunch of guys, talented guys. But I think, the message we've been pushing is just to, be mentally strong. Cricket is a lot about mental, so I think that's where we've kind of been lacking for the past 2 games. So I think, hopefully a changing environment. Dominicans love cricket, just the change in environment, I think it would be good for the team. So we're just looking forward to change that momentum and get the mindset right and turn things around.
All right. Getting Alec Athanaze back into the lineup, the captain, sure that must be very, confidence boosting for the guys.
Yes, of course, having Alec in any team is always a confidence booster. He took some time off after the Pakistan series. He's refreshed, he got some training in, and he's ready to go. So, obviously, with his skill and his leadership assets, it will be a really boost for the team.
And you personally, Kavem, coming off the back of a century in the first innings, albeit in defeat, but what was it like, getting to the three figures, especially in your first match?
It was good. The past couple innings that I've had, both international and regionally, I wasn't able to get the scores that I wanted, even if I was spending time at the crease. So it was really good to get past that three-figure mark. Obviously, being a batsman, your currency is runs and hundreds at that. So it was good to do that. For me now is just to be consistent with it and continue getting big scores for the team and keep carrying the innings all the way through.
All right, what would you want to tell the people of Dominica to come out? I know they haven't seen cricket in so long, 5 years, regional cricket. What would be your message to the people of Dominica?
Look, I just want to tell everybody just to come out in your numbers, bring your family, bring your friends, come spend the day. It should be good, and we need the support. It's all well and good to support a team when they're up and soaring, but, when our back's against the wall, we need that support, and I have no doubt that the support that we get from Dominica would be a big game changer for us. So I'm urging everyone to come out, bring your coolers, bring your car behind the cane. For those who don't drink alcohol, bring your sorrel juice and come and enjoy some good cricket.
And that's the Windward Islands Volcanoes batsman, Kavem Hodge. Well, the Volcanoes team is Alec Athanaze, the captain, Sunil Ambris, Kenneth Demba, Gian Benjamin, Daryl Cyrus, Sadrak Descartes, Jonel Eugene, Kavem Hodge, Ryan John, Darius Martin, Stefan Pascal, Jeremy Solozano, and Gillan Tyson. Well, let's bring you some more sports this morning as director of the Newtown Juvenile Football Academy, Sheldon Kazimi, believes a donation from the Booyah boss, Asa Bantan, will go a long way towards the operations at the academy. Well, Asa Bantan made a donation of $1,000 and a significant amount of football equipment to the academy on the weekend. Kazimi says that Asa Bantan's kind gesture was well received by the academy.
One of the things that he pushed towards them is to keep focusing on their sports and how important that sports is as part of their whole upbringing as children. While his favorite sport is cricket, he still wanted to push the support for the students of the NGFA. At the end of the day, we received quite a bit of stuff in terms of equipment from his team, he and his team. We also received some bottles of Twapita water through his partnership with Josephine Gabriel and Company. And all in all, I feel it was a very big gesture. And to top it off, he also made a presentation of $1,000 in cash to the academy, which will go towards our operational expenses. Because as you know, the academy has been without a sponsor, a full-fledged sponsor, for quite a few years now. Since post-Maria, we have been kind of doing it on our own. And it is important that when, the corporate entities show some kind of a support towards us, that we, as an academy, show some type of gratitude. And it is in this vein that we at the Newtown Juvenile Academy would want to say sincere thanks to Asa Banton and his team for choosing the NGFA as one of the beneficiaries of his outreach program.
And that's director of the Newtown Juvenile Football Academy, Sheldon Kazimi. Let's stay with football news as the national under-17 men's football team will be hoping to salvage some pride as they continue their campaign in the CONCACAF under-17 World Cup qualifiers in Mexico today. Well, the national team is off to a rough start, having suffered 2 losses to start off the competition. Dominica will play Barbados this afternoon, and that game kicks off at 2 o'clock. Of course, Dominica coming off defeats against Belize and Mexico, but taking on Barbados this afternoon at 2 o'clock. A look at the Group C standings as we head into today's match. Nicaragua tops the group with 6 points. Mexico has 3, Belize 3, Barbados and Dominica yet to get off the mark. We can also tell you that there's action today in the secondary school sports divisions of volleyball competition. Covenant High School A team will challenge the Orion Academy, and that's in the female division at the Massac Indoor Facility. That game gets underway at 2 o'clock. And then at 3:30, we'll see the Dominica State College taking on the Orion Academy in the men's division. There's also netball on at the Convent High School grounds. Goodwill Secondary School will play the Northeast Comprehensive A team in the under 16 division at 3 o'clock. And then Goodwill Secondary School will battle Academics in the under 20 division at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And there'll also be football as well, with the Dominica Grammar School taking on the Pierre Charles Secondary School at the Newtown playing field, and that's in the Sports Division 13 and under Football League. And the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School will battle the Northeast Comprehensive at the Dubla playing field. Well, that's all the time we're going to have for sports this morning. More sporting highlights at 11 o'clock during the morning news update and at 1:28 during the 13:15 news. Until then, I'm Gavin Richards saying good morning.
Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
Just Mobank me. It's that easy.
The faster, easier way to bank.
NBD makes it easy to bank online, anywhere, at any time with Mobanking. The faster, easier way to bank.
The faster, easier way.
So transfer funds on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way.
To pay your bills with Mobanking.
The faster, easier way.
So order checks on Mobanking.
The faster, easier
Pay employees on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way to bank.
Log on or sign up for Mobanking to bank online, anywhere, at any time. Visit nbdominica.com for more details and follow us on Facebook and YouTube.
So how should I pay you?
Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
The faster, easier way to bank.
NBD.
Your partner, your bank.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS.
Coming up shortly, we bring you your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, would like to remind you of your Kalinago phrase for today, and that's "My whole body hurts in Kalinago." That's Sun Nokobo Kariti Nuni. Sun Nokobo Kariti Nuni. S-U-N, Sun Nokobo, N-O-K-O-B-O. Kariti, K-A-R-I-T-I. Nuni, N-U-N-I. My whole body hurts in Kalinago. Soon, Nokobo, Kariti Nuni. Join us tomorrow morning, God willing, at roughly 6:47 for another edition of your Kalinago Word of the Day here on your nation station, DBS Radio. Up next, your morning's weather report, made possible compliments the good folks of Big Edge Financial.